Hello, everyone. Welcome to Liberal Tarot. I'm Sherry, a blue dot and a red state utilizing tarot to offer insight into these very interesting times we have going on here in the United States. So I'm really glad that you're here and welcome. And I am continuing right on with that really long reading that I've just kind of been putting pauses in just to kind of end and then going right into the next one. So what I'm going to be looking at now is Jimmy Kimmel, Brendan Carr, who is the FCC chair, and he also is one of the architects to Project 2025 Heritage Foundation. And he has been very clear of wanting to pull the media licenses of media companies. And then you've got Trump, shitted out there on Trash Social that Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers are next. So, what I want, and the other thing was before I started recording these readings, there was an article that came up that the Sinclair and Sinclair broadcasting, the broadcasting, this is called Sinclair. They have said that he can return if there's conditions, if he apologizes and makes a personal significant donation to Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA. A meaningful personal donation to Kirk's family and Kirk's non-for-profit. So that is what that is looking like. So in this reading, I want to look into all of it. So let me do a base reading just into this mess, and then I'll kind of go from there and hit on what's Jimmy Kimmel going to do. My intuitive thing is that he's tempted, but he's not going to bend the knee because he knows that that's what they want him to do, and I don't think that he will. The reason he's tempted is because of his employees. That's why he's tempted, but I don't think he will. I think he's going to reply to that with a lawsuit of his own. And then I want to look at Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers. And then are they going to start actually pulling revoking the media licenses? Okay. So, yeah, that's just a whole bunch of stuff right there. So base reading. And as always, for entertainment purposes only. I'm doing these all back to back, so I got to make sure I get that in there. And remember to say that. Okay, so a base reading into late night talk shows and base reading. Now that Jimmy Kimmel has been suspended, also looking into Fallon and Meyers, just a base reading into all of this late night. What do we need to know? Okay, and with that, feeling left out in the cold. As I said, I know that my very first thought was when I heard that that Kimmel was suspended was he was going to be concerned about his employees. Like that was, and I think like even pretty quick after that, that's where his concern was his employees. Like he knew he would be fine. It was the employees. And what are we going to do? Trying to make decisions, and that this is the challenge. So looking at all of his options, and what is he going to do? King of Swords. This is going to be this could be legal action. Like I am fairly certain he is looking and considering legal action. Like that is very that would be a does that need to be a tarot moment? And the Three of Swords, feeling betrayed, and it's also like these decisions that were made by a media company. And why? Because they want to get a stupid merger to go through. And here's the other thing. This merger that with whatever the groups are, if for this merger to go through, it would need to have a special They'd have to be granted an exception because they would because of the monopoly laws they would own more than the percent of the market of the affiliate market than what they should own. It goes like they could only own like a certain percent, and if this merger goes through it would be more than that, so they have to get permission, and so they want that permission, and so this is what they did to appease Trump. So they were not being supportive of their talent whatsoever. The recent events, the fighting that this is causing, this is going to be more of a headache than it's worth. Good. And I think that this was even fighting over what were they going to do? There were people that in the media company that definitely. I'm surprised we're not hearing more about those people that opposed it, because this was not something. There's a lot of pushback. Let's put it that way. And I think that this pushback is even coming from within the company, within the media company itself, and the world card. This is the last card in the deck. This is the you've arrived, you've done what you said you were going to do. And I'm wondering if this is not like, yeah, they said Brendan Carr, this is what he's been wanting to do. Yes, he's done it. But this is also an ending card. Like, you've arrived, you've done it, but this is also going to be your ending. That's what I'm feeling with that card. And that legally, this is going to be the ending. So is Jimmy Fallon, not Jimmy Fallon, sorry, Jimmy Kimmel, is he going to take their deal, apologize, make the donation? Like, what's he going to do? Like, is he going to take the deal, or is he going, is he going to take that deal? And with that, no, justice card. He's good. He's like, I will see you in court. Yeah, he's walking away. He's not doing it. Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid of you. Honestly, the feeling I got, like, his initial response was he's so worried and concerned about his employees. But I'm feeling like even his employees are like, there's no way you can bend the knee. You cannot do this. And he's like, I'll see you in court. Yeah, he's not. He has the Queen of Pentacles is his options. And like, he knows that the law is on his side. The law is on his side. All these queens. Oh my. If I get the other king and the bully one and the okay, so let me just take a moment here. See you in court. The receipts, the legal, the messaging, and the messaging. The recent messaging and how he's going to really, I'm almost getting, and the wands are very fiery energy. It's almost like they have no idea what they've just unleashed by doing this. Like, the American people are not having this at all. And I always say, it is not in the DNA of the American people to be ruled by a little wannabe dictator. So, and all these queens, and I get the queens they're nurturers, but I also get this feeling of like taking care of business. Like, we are going to clean this shit up. That's really what I'm feeling with this. And let me put more cards out on this Ace of Wands here. Ace of Wands. What do we need to know about this? The restrictions and the new beginnings. I think it's kind of like, and this is, let me do this last card. And we're not getting the full picture. Yeah. And the 8s here. Okay. So Jimmy Kimmel is going to be like, you can take your offer and I will see you in court. He knows that the law is on his side. I wonder if there isn't going to be something to help take care of the employees, like money-wise. I wouldn't be surprised if there's not like some GoFundMe to help fund the salaries of the employees that have been laid off also. But there's some kind of like caring, some kind of with that, some monetary something for the employees, the messaging. And like, this is kind of like, you have given these two cards together. I'm getting the feeling of you have no idea the platform you have just given Jimmy Kimmel. He is no longer, that's it. He's no longer constrained by what was he on ABC? I don't even know what channel he was on. so that it was ABC. He's not even, he's no longer constrained. Like, he's free. Like, this is brand new beginnings, and all the things that he felt like he couldn't say before. Get ready for this right here, this um for this to be removed, and that we're going to get the whole picture when this comes out in court. That's what I'm feeling with this. Like, the restrictions are now going to fall away, to be not fall away. They're going to be removed with the new beginnings. Like, it's all going to come out in court. That's what I'm feeling with those. Okay, so Jimmy's going to be just fine. Let's see what's going to happen with let me look at Fallon. Jimmy Fallon. Are they going to do the same thing to him? I'm expecting them to. Are they going to? Let's just see kind of the situation surrounding Jimmy Fallon. King of Wands messaging, and the challenge is, what is he like trying to put? I'm feeling like this is going to be Jimmy Fallon, as the king, and the challenge is the restrictions that they're putting around him, like treating him like a child. That's what, like, this is what you can say and this is what you can't say. Like, they're trying to put him through, like, having the scripts approved. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting, like needing to ask permission, and the restrictions. That's what's coming in. So a lot of restrictions around him, the fighting, the mother card, and it's like he has freedom of speech. He has the freedom of speech, First Amendment rights here, and trying to hold on. Yeah, it's like they're trying to hold on to political power. They're trying to hold on to probably their license. So is Brandon Carr going to take? Is he going to try to pull this license? And I believe that he's on NBC. So are they? And they would love to pull NBC's license. Is Brendan Carr going to pull the license? It's all for the family. It's all for the children. And the 7 deadly sins, we have to protect the children. Oh my God, please. Why don't you do something about fucking gun violence? I'm sorry. It's like, really? You're going to say it's all for the children, and that's what they're going to do. Wow. Okay, so with NBC, what I'm feeling with that is that I don't think that they're going to just fire Jimmy Fallon. I really think that they're going to try to pull the license. Okay. And they're going to do it all in the name of the children. Really? It's like, you won't do anything about gun violence and children getting shot at school, but you're going to take away the media license, all because, all in the name of the families. So Seth Meyers, let's look at, because I think that, like, Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers, I feel like they're going to be caught up together in this, and they're both on NBC. I think that. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, yeah, I just looked that up. I just wanted to make sure they're both on NBC. So I think that that's kind of what they're going to be doing is, let me look into what happens with Seth Meyers. Okay, and Seth Meyers, planting the seeds, like, slow and steadies the pace. We want to see, they're going to want to see the scripts. It's the same thing. Like, before we can move forward, the foundation moving forward, needing to see the scripts, making sure that it's okay for children, for the family. And that same, you saw me shuffle, that same 4 of Pentacles of the foundation security, and I'm seeing like this has got the walls, you know, around them, so like really trying to constrain them, but doing it in a way, well, we're just following the guidelines, like, you know, we're not really placing restrictions, we just want you to comply. That's the feeling of, you know, complying with them. And so what will Seth and Jimmy's response to this be? Decisions, trying to put themselves in a position of power, and it's almost like overcoming. I kind of feel like, let me put this other card out. Yeah, they are going to, okay. Are they, are they actually going to do this? Yeah. Okay. So what I'm getting with this is they know their legal rights, they know their constitutional rights, and they are not, they're going to push the envelope, and they're not going to comply with these restrictions. They're going to do what they love and with a very pointed message about, like, this is a card of looking out into the future and what kind of world do we live in, and their message is not going to be one of constraints. So they're not going to bend the knee. And I feel like, okay, whenever I was putting cards out, I was hearing the song from, is it Young Guns 2, Blaze of Glory? That's the song. That's what I was hearing. So that's just the way my intuition works. So I think it's like whatever they do, expect it to be in spectacular fashion. Okay, they are not going to bend the knee. They are not going to accommodate this. It's like I see, like, oh yeah, they may turn in a script, but that's not what they're going to say. And that, yeah, and that this Queen of Swords is, I think that it's almost like they've already consulted a lawyer. They've already talked to somebody. There is some kind of, yeah, it's like I just see legal advice, lawyer. It could be the SAG. What is that? The Actors Guild. They could be like they get support from there. I mean, there's some kind of legal support for them whenever they decide that they are going to go out in a blaze of glory. So okay, that'll be very interesting. Let me see if I can get some timing. My tarot mentor, she was like, okay, I know you have trouble with timing, but let me tell you what I do. And she's really good at timing. So I'm going to use her method and see if I can get, when do we need to tune in to their last episode? I feel like every night we need to start tuning in, because one of these is going to be like their last episode, and it will be quite phenomenal. So when can we expect this, or let me ask, how much longer? Yeah, just when are their shows going to be pulled? When? Yeah, just when. Or how many more shows do they have? That kind of thing. And as far as when, let's see if this. Oh, and shout out to Kim. This card is for you. My 8 of Wands, the quick card. So something happening. So quickly, that 8 of Wands, everybody's worst nightmare with the swords. This is going to be like, it's undecided of when they're going to do this right now. And the Judgment card, oh my God. It's like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. I kind of almost wonder if they're not going to have Jimmy Fallon and Colbert on the shows. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting from this, is like, yeah, like going down in the blaze of glory. I am going to say that this is probably going to be happening. It's in the works right now, and it's going to be happening sooner rather than later. And I would say probably within, let me see if I can get a more win, because this is telling me like it's going to be spectacular, whatever it is, or whenever they do this. And when, yeah, these are not going to be timing cards. So the closest I can get is I would say it's going to be sooner rather than later. They're working on it now. It's going to be absolutely spectacular, and I don't know that they've quite decided when they're going to do it, but I'm feeling like within like a week. It's like whenever I say 2 weeks, and I'm getting, I don't think it's going to be 2 weeks. I think it's probably going to be like this. Coming up the week of what is this, the 22nd, the week of the 22nd, before the end of September. Okay, will they still be on through the end of September? Will they still be on through the end of September? They're getting their ducks in a row right now. That's kind of what I'm seeing with that, getting their ducks in a row before they do this. And the Tower card. Oh, wow. Yeah. And once again, here's these two cards coming up together every time here of late. So yeah, with this part of it, I think that what I'm getting the feeling of is, well, if you're going to take us off the air, we're going to make it worth your while. That's what I'm feeling. It's like that, and it's going to be, I wouldn't even be surprised if they don't bring Fallon on, like last minute Colbert. I don't even know where they all film. Like, would that even be possible to do this? But I feel like it's going to be spectacular. Okay. It will be one that we will be talking about. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Let me see. Kimmel's not going to be, he's going to pretty much say, you can take your apology and shove it up your ass. And, yeah. The next reading that I'm going to be doing is, I'm just going to be moving right into the Trump designating Antifa as a domestic terrorist group. What I also have with that is, will Act Blue be implicated? And because, I mean, how many of us have donated through Act Blue? And then Pam Bondi going after hate speech. And then like the New York Times, Trump suing the New York Times. That's kind of where the next reading is going to go. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to kind of bring this portion of this really long reading to a pause, to an end. I'll put another reading up here for you to check out. Like, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I will catch you on the next reading, which I'm getting ready to record right after this. So have a great day.